Welcome to Sledhead 24/7. We are back in beautiful Aspen, Colorado for X Games 12. And guess what? This is the biggest competition for snowcross racers, and we've got an all-access pass to take you behind the scenes. And speaking of competitions, right now we're going to check in with our Shift My Ride contestants as they face their first challenge.
All right, we've had a chance to meet everybody. Now it's time for our first challenge. We are going to meet your snowmobiles. We're going to take a look at each one of your sleds and see which one of you deserves to win a new IQ Shift. Now, remember, this is not just how old your sled is or how beat up it looks. The Shift is also about delivering the best ride and handling in the business. And based on your submissions, I think each one of you will benefit from riding a new IQ Shift. But remember, only one of you will. So you guys ready to go outside and check out your rides?
Yeah. Let's go!
Let's do it.
For the first challenge this weekend, I had to introduce my sled to Pat.
Karina, local girl, Lionel Lakes, Minnesota, so keeping it real. I like that, nice. I'm embarrassed to admit it, I own this sled, even with the pink. Pink was cool, folks, at one point in time, honestly. 92 Indy 500 SP. You've actually taken really nice care of it. I mean, you pulled the decals off the hood, it's got the shine to it.
It's a brand new hood.
It's like a 92 Shift when I look at it.
Yeah,
it's all black.
Well, mine's probably, it's not the oldest sled there. I know that it's probably been the most taken care of and the most babied sled, and that's why that snowmobile is going to last me a while, and that's why if I win this new snowmobile, it's going to last me a very long time, because my snowmobiles get the garage and my car gets the driveway.
And this is a good snowmobile, don't get me wrong, but when you get on the new Shift, you will want to put this probably
into retirement?
Yeah, I was going to say in the dumpster, but not in the dumpster.
No.
This is actually a historical piece.
Yes, it's very sentimental.
So you could put it on your mantle at home, you got a fireplace, and just keep the dust off of it.
The sled I drive right now is a 2000 XCSP 600. It's a fun sled, had lots of good memories on it, and it still goes real strong, pretty fast. Back in the day, a solid snowmobile. Oh, yep.
Looks like a little less solid right now. Jared, what can you tell me about this sled?
It's starting to get beat down a little bit. The holes in the tunnels are starting to get a little oblong, and suspension's been welded several times. And
now, my arms are longer than yours, but you got ape hangers on this thing, dude. Like, what is this?
Oh, those are, I made a homemade 1-inch bracket for it, and it's better for standing up, because when you stand up, you're too crouched over. Okay. I got the stock bars turned up.
That's good. I mean, stand up, that's a good segue, because you know, the new Shift, it's like, this is old school riding style.
Yeah, I mean, big comfy coach.
Shopper, maybe dragging my knuckles a little bit here, but you know, like the Shift is all, you know, rider forward, rider upright positioning, easy stand up, sit down transition. I mean, I think when you get on the Shift, you're gonna be like, dude, what am I doing?
It'll be a different experience.
For sure.
My dad's been driving Polaris's since the 70s. Yeah. That's what he used to run. He bought one of their first TXL liquid 340s. I still got it at home.
Yeah, that's an awesome stuff.
Yeah. The other time there, I went to go get it out. It sat for 10 years. I put some gas down the cylinders. Ring, ding, ding, ding. She fired right up. The carb hoses.
How's that go? What? Ring?
Oh, ring, ding, ding, ding. She fired up.
Nice.
Yeah.
You do other sound effects?
Oh, I make all sorts of sound effects, you know. I just play it on my ear. Yeah. If I'm feeling it or not.
That Jordan, he's crazy, eh? Well, Don, you came all the way from Aberdeen, South Dakota for the Sledhead 24/7 Shift My Ride contest. You brought with you your, looks like about an 02 Edge.
My sled is a 2002 XC 700. I bought it off of eBay. I didn't have a lot of money, and I sure pumped in a lot of money into it. And it's a nice sled now.
I can tell by looking at you, Don, you're a little bit about the bling. I mean, you got the yellow.
You got a style. You got a profile.
I mean, man, you're kind of like you're kind of one of those guys who likes to stand out in front of the crowd.
Well, you know, when you're in the front, they really don't see you.
This, in 2002, this was like the perfect snowmobile, right? I mean, it was voted by Snowgoer magazine, frankly, perfect snowmobile. It is pretty Santa one. You could eat off of it. It's ridiculous.
Ham and eggs are on the bottom if you want some, and the ketchup's on over by the dry belt. I'm getting married in the very near future. My wife has never been on a snowmobile. She's from San Diego, California. And of course, all they have there is sand. And her son, Josh. If I win the IQ Shift, please vote for me. It will go to them. I will not drive it. It's for them.
Yellow, Don?
What?
Yellow?
Yellow's hot.
Yellow?
Yellow's hot.
Yellow?
Yellow is hot.
We gotta talk later. I mean, you have yellow sunglasses on.
Yellow's hot.
When I first arrived, I got to see a few of the other snowmobiles, and I was hoping it wasn't a straight-out race to the finish to win this new sled, because there was no way I could compete with them. 1989 Indy 500 Classic.
Classic, yeah. Classic.
Everything on it.
You know, some things are classic.
And some things.
Some things are just old. So this thing's got to have some memories, though, right?
Yeah, this thing's been through every bump, scratch, twist, and turn that I can think of.
You do a little walk around here, right? I feel like an insurance inspector.
Well, then I'm
right?
done.
So, I mean, we got the classic green duct tape seat. That's real nice. But I did notice, Mark, that you are all about safety. You got your snowmobile trail hand signals. No peeking. Do you know any of those signals?
Right, left, stop. I felt more embarrassed than anything else because it was a laugh fest from beginning to end.
Nice windshield.
Oh, when I left New York, there was a little more to
Little good wind protection. Mirrors are mounted solid to the vehicle. Good. So, oh yeah, that battery is not factory issue. I can tell you that.
No.
It's a little oversized, a little extra oomph, right?
I can't even find the medallions anymore to start the restoration product.
Restoration. You need way more than medallions, brother. Does it run?
Sure does.
Good. Get it out of here. I don't want to see it anymore.
After meeting all the contestant sleds, Mark from New York is clearly in the most dire need of a new snowmobile. But it's up to you, the viewer, to decide who you think deserves the new Polaris Shift. Visit us online at sledhead24-7.com right now and click on Shift My Ride Contest to vote.
With the AMSOIL Triple Crown quickly approaching, racers across the snowbelt are getting their sleds race ready. And one of the easiest ways to jump into the action is with the Yamaha Phaser Race Kit. We're here with USTC racer Steve Emerson at Brothers Motorsports in Baxter, Minnesota. So this is your race sled.
Listen, this is my race sled. This is a 2007 Phaser FX equipped with the Yamaha Race Kit.
So you took a stock sled that you purchased from your dealer and you made it into a race-ready sled.
That is correct.
And was that tough?
It was not. It required a couple hours of my time to install the kit, a couple adjustments, and we were cross-country racing.
Developed for extreme riding, the Phaser Race Kit is engineered to strengthen and stiffen your phaser for handling extreme conditions. So you're on the Phaser in the 85 class.
You bet. I am really, really excited to be doing that. I had been out of cross-country last year, did not race, and I was looking to find something that I could race, you know, reasonable, inexpensive. I know guys that have spent upwards of $10,000 just to get going in a semi-pro 600 class, because now you have to purchase a 600 sled when you can just purchase something like this. We'll start in the front here, but what it includes is these ISR legal ski loops that are on this ski. This particular ski isn't one that is found on a stock machine. However, it is the same ski loop.
Okay.
They are the same ski loops. So once you've installed your ski loops here, you can then move on to installing some shocks.
Okay.
These shocks here happen to be some shocks that were sold out of the Yamaha catalog that I chose to upgrade to. However, the stock shocks with the added race springs worked very well. And here's one of the shocks here.
Okay.
And what you would do is you would loosen this up, you would install your heavy-duty race spring onto the shock.
So you're putting a stiffer spring on.
Correct.
To make it more aggressive.
For the cross country.
Okay.
Yep. And that is also what the kit is mainly focused around too, is reinforcing your sled and giving it a little bit more suspension at the same time.
Perfect.
The kit not only is for cross-country racing, it is also for your aggressive trail rider. You know, one that might want to go through the bumps faster. These springs add a lot of extra support and keep the sled from bottoming out. What we did to the back is, first off, we changed this rear torsion arm that needs to be, it's actually heavier dutier, it's got some extra welds on it to take the abuse of racing cross country. The second piece was these springs. These are your heavy duty springs. We talked about heavy duty springs in the front. You also need heavy duty springs in the rear.
Anything else that we had to do to get this race ready?
Yes, we had to reinforce the slide rails. The tunnel protectors are mounted on the inside here and actually run down the whole width of the sled. They are mounted in with rivets that are included in the kit. It is very important that you install those with a studded track. What they do is they prevent when this track goes upward, it actually will hit in the center of the track and keep the studs from digging into your tunnel.
This looks different than what I saw on the stock sled.
It is, Lissa. These fins here are for snow deflection because Yamaha runs an open hole in the back to keep the exhaust cool.
You know, it sounds like a lot of work, but in the end, it really isn't that much in the scheme of things.
It really didn't, Lissa, take that long. If I was to do it again, I would approximately say my time would be 2 hours.
To do the whole kit?
Yep, and that's taking your time and just making sure everything is assembled right.
It's reading the directions, too.
That is.
So the Phaser is an absolute blast to ride.
Lissa, it's been a great year. It has been a lot of fun for me. I take it seriously, but I also take it on a fun level too.
Now, do you think any level of rider could get on this sled and have a great ride?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. You heard it right here. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed, because I see it on a weekly basis. Guys that just bought a Phaser, homemade stickers on the back for number plates. I want to try it, you know? That's awesome. 100% had a blast. Phaser is definitely a thing of the future. It's here to stay. Anyone can purchase the sled, install the Phaser Race Kit, and then it makes it turnkey ready for USCC cross-country racing.
So there you have it. With Yamaha's fuel economy, reliability, and resale value, along with the Phaser Race Kit, anyone who's interested in racing now can. And we'll see you at the track.
We are getting ready for the biggest snowcross competition here at X Games 12. This is hands down the biggest race for snowcross racers, but if you're a cross-country racer, there is nothing more important than the I-500. Here's the story. The I-500 is run over a 3-day period in Minnesota, covering terrain of the Red Lake Nation to Goodrich to Thief River Falls.
It's been cold. It's been historically cold as far as this race goes. Each morning has been in the 20 to 25 degrees below zero range.
Well, I think I frostbit my eyeballs actually, and couldn't see very good.
They're either tough or nuts, but no, the guys they're pretty good. The racers, we've had some cases of frostbite, but for the most part, these guys know how to prepare.
With the help of Articat, this year's I-500 saw the entry of the media class.
The media class is brought to us by Articat, and they put up 6 F5s for editors and magazine and TV show persons to ride to really show publicity for USCC Championship cross-country racing.
Well, I'm riding for 24/7 here. That one there, that's Snow Tech. Then there's Snow Tracks, All-American Snowmobiler, Arctic Pride, and they all had 3 riders, and each one took a day, and they were all pretty sore, but I was the only one that had to take all 3 days for 24/7, and it was a very rough 3 days, but I'm glad I did it. I've never raced anything before. I'm just an avid snowmobiler, and I don't think I was quite ready for this. My conditioning was not there. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good, but give me about an hour and I'll stiffen up. I'm just glad I finally finished. There was times I didn't think I was going to. Just body wanted to give up, but I just kept on going. I maybe would like to try some 100 or 200 mile cross-country races, not just jump into one of the biggest ones in the nation. This 500 miles is quite a bit.
I haven't raced cross-country for a long time and just been doing the snowcross stuff, so which I think has really helped me today because this definitely takes a lot of endurance.
April Moritz ended up taking second in the women's division, while Jolene Butte claimed the first place position.
Oh, decided about a week ago maybe to come up here and run the race. I haven't done it in about 4 years, so good time to do it. I had a snowmobile, so we got it ready, and then I made the decision on Monday to race.
Greg Hyde, an old cross-country racer, came out of retirement and took 3rd place. Deerdal's neighbor and good friend, Josh Davis, took 2nd place.
Brian and I, we do a bit of stuff together, hunting and fishing and stuff like that.
This year, Brian Deerdal on a Skidoo. He's shooting to become the first 4-time winner in the history of the I-500 race.
Brian Deerdal made I-500 history by becoming the first and only person to win the race 4 times.
I won my 4th I-500. First time anybody's ever won 4 I-500s ever, so pretty happy.
We'll see if we can't get you the big check when we get up to the casino in an hour or so this afternoon. That'll kind of make your week.
Oh yeah. Everybody wants to come to Pine Lake tonight. I'll be buying all night.
All right, congratulations, Brian Deerdal.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7, coming to you from Winter X Games 12 here in beautiful Aspen, Colorado. Now, last year we brought you the story as Tucker Hibbert captured the gold for Arctic Cat, and this year we're going behind the scenes with Team Arctic Cat as they prepare for the big dance once again.
We're here at the X Games. There's 6 Arctic drivers here that all have our engines and clutch packages. You know, Tucker Hibbert, Ryan Simons, Dan Ebert, DJ Eckery, Matt Pichet, and Wes Selby are the 6 drivers here. This is such a big, prestigious race for the drivers. There's so much coverage, so many million people watching these races. It's big exposure for them, big exposure for the manufacturers and ourselves as sponsors too. I mean, we want our drivers to do the best they possibly can. It's a big shot in the arm for us.
All right, so I'm standing here with Mr. Tucker Hibbert's father, and the word is you're going to actually take his sled out on a little spin. Talk to me about that.
Well, we're you know, constantly changing clutching and different things on the sled, and you know, Tucker doesn't like to have to be here for all that, so I guess I feel still confident enough I can go out and tell if the sled's working right or not.
So you're the test driver?
Test driver, yep. It's about a little over 8,000 foot elevation here, and that's a big challenge as far as tuning the sleds. You know, all the development, design work we do is for close to sea level running, so when we come up here, it takes a few days to get everything dialed in and working good enough to win these races. It's a challenge for everybody at elevation. These machines, horsepower-wise, they lose about 3% of their horsepower for every 1,000 feet of elevation. So we're down close to 25% on horsepower. So all of our tuning that we do back home at, you know, most of our races, other than here in West Yellowstone, it's completely different. So pretty much have to start from scratch.
So everyone's on the same playing field, though?
Yep, same for everybody. Whether it's 2-stroke or 4-stroke, there's just less air available up here, and that's what hurts the horsepower.
All right, so what have you done to lead up to do as best as possible tonight? Any special training, or what are you doing?
Just, a lot of training, a lot of altitude training, and just practicing and working with the team to get the sled right and dialed in. And, everything's been working real good for us at all the nationals, so we're not try not to change too many things and just do what we know works, and that's our game plan.
So you feel good? You feel confident?
Yeah, I feel really confident. Last night we had our qualifier, and that went really well for us. We got a great start and had like a 10-second lead by the finish. So feeling pretty comfortable with the track and the equipment, and the guys are working hard. Speed work. Steve Wool's got the clutching dialed in, and the motor's ripping. And my dad's got the suspension dialed. And Paul and Rob are keeping things in order, so we can't complain. Things are going well.
We're hoping Tucker can pull off another one here. We wanted to get him a few more teammates in the final, but there was a big pile up in the last qualifying race, and unfortunately 2 of our guys were in it. So Yeah, this is a little different format than we're used to. It's you know, a made-for-television event, so there isn't a lot of last chance qualifiers or anything like that. You either, you know, you got to finish in the top 2 or you're going home.
So exactly how many Arctic Cat sleds are going to be in the finals?
There's just one, just Tucker. As long as he doesn't get in a pileup or there's not a mechanical failure, you know, we know that Tucker can get the job done. If there's one guy that can do it, it's him.
I am standing next to your new Winter X Games 12 gold medalist, Tucker Hibbert. Tucker, I was talking to you earlier. You seemed confident. It's almost kind of like Arctic Cat knew something was in the bag. You went out there, it was effortless. Talk to me about the race.
It was a great race. You know, we had #1 pick for the start. I went way inside. We've been working real hard on the clutching with Steve Wool at Speedworks and Arctic Cat and the Monster Energy team. We just got the sled dialed, so I knew that I could get that start. And even if I didn't get out there first, I had the inside, so I could come out at least in the top 5. And the thing just ripped off the start, and I was able to pull out front right away and have a clear track and just kind of cruise in from there.
But it is a collaborative effort. Without Speedworks, Arctic Cat, the whole team, family, friends, this wouldn't be possible. Yeah. So how do you contribute to all this?
Well, there's so many people behind the scenes. I mean, I can't take that much credit. We do what we do. We build the motor, we build the pipes, we do the clutching, but without everybody else's hard work, it would never come together. And Tucker is just unbelievable. He makes us all look so good. You know, it's almost like we don't deserve it.
The time we have on this episode of Sledhead 24/7. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Winter X Games 12 edition, and always visit us online at sledhead24-7.com. I'm Misha Johnson, and we'll see you next time.
Come on, people, pump it up, let's go.
Woo! Because this, first time I saw it, I wanted to play checkers.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not.
Tucker, are you sure that's real?
And one of the easiest ways to jump into the action